For all you commercial firewood producers out here, or the homeowners that want to really step up their game, we're going to show you next the Hudson Brute Firewood Processor.
Real quick, we'll just mention this conveyor for demonstration purposes, it's a 24-foot conveyor, and we offer from 12 foot all the way up to 24 foot. So there's 12 foot, 16, 20, 24. So just that's what this one is here specifically. I'll just go through the operation on this unit. At first glance, it seems a bit intimidating, but it's very intuitive. It's very simple to run. The very far right one is labeled wedge up and down. And what that means is our 4-way wedge on this machine is a hydraulic cylinder that will raise and lower that to whatever height you want to set it for, kind of centering it out in your diameter of the wood you're going to be cutting. So if you're running some 6-inch stuff through there, we can set this wedge all the way down, and this wing will be below our V-trough. So if we're running small diameter wood, we can just split it once. If we get a 12-inch 16-inch log, we want to lift this thing up, we can center it out, and then you can make good quarter-size pieces out of it. So one push, you're done. So the whole operation of this is you load up your live deck, you feed it into your trough. The trough comes up to our feed stop bar, and we have a gauge here as to how long our pieces are. We clamp it, and then when a hydraulic saw comes down and cuts it to our length, it sets in our V-trough. We push it through. With the conveyor on here, which is a must, it falls on the conveyor and it goes away. Your focus is on producing material, not handling, throwing, so all the back-breaking work is taken care of by the machine. So our first valve is that hydraulic wedge lift up and down. The next one is our loader. It is labeled forward and reverse. The loader being this live deck that would feed that chain back and forth. So forward will bring us a log into our feed trough, and then back we can back it back up. Our next one, I moved the handle on this one. This is for the loader, and the only time we ever really want to use this valve is to fold this up for transportation. There's hydraulic cylinders underneath this, and you can hydraulically lift that live deck up, and then you pin it for going down the road. So that's why I offset this valve, just so it doesn't get in the way. This is the feed trough. That's forward and reverse. So the feed trough would be this chain here. We're going to feed our material in with this, come to our stop. Our next valve over, it's our saw up and down. So when I pull this down, this clamp comes down, pinches our log, holds it stationary, so our saw can come down and make the cut through. So when we pull this down, we bring it down till the clamp hits. Once our saw starts, now our left hand comes on. And this is our hydraulic chainsaw. When I pull this valve, I engage our saw motor that starts turning our chain for us, okay? When I also do that, there's this electric switch here that starts our bar oil pump. So when you pull this on, you're oiling your bar and you're running your chain. And this will control your chainsaw chain. We set this up so that you can hold this against the stop and it will make a nice steady cut through your wood. If you're in bigger diameter, smaller diameter, you can feather that valve, but what's nice is this has an adjustable valve where you can control how fast that bar is going to come up and cut through that wood. So if you find it laboring a little bit more than you want, just make an adjustment here and then it'll make it a really nice cut for you. All right, the only other valves we haven't talked about, these are our splitter valves. This is a pretty cool feature. This has what we call Otto Cycle on it. When I take both these levers and push them forward, they go into a detent. The first valve is for the forward stroke on the cylinder. The second valve is for the return. So when I throw both these forward, the cylinder deploys. When it comes through the end of its stroke and it comes up against the stop, it sees that pressure, it'll kick out. Once this kicks out, our second valve comes online and it'll automatically retract it until it hits the stop, and then it'll kick out. So once we hit these, it's splitting for us, it's doing the work for us. Then we can go back to getting our next piece up and getting our saw going so we can start making our cut. Really aids in the production and keeping our high production going. So this is a V-trough splitter. I really like, one of my favorite parts about this machine, whether that piece of wood is 4 inches in diameter or it's 18 inches in diameter, it's going to sit in the center of that trough every time to hit that 4-way wedge centered. It's a big deal. There's a lot of other machines out there that have an I-beam, and when you drop that wood on there, it could sit on the left side, to the right side, and everybody likes to see a consistent wood size come off their processor, and this helps with that greatly. So,
one thing at Hudson that they really pride themselves on is we're 100% American made.
We just showed you the Hudson Brute Firewood Processor. If you've got a lot of wood that you need to get split into firewood quick, we've got a solution for you. Give us a call. We'd like to help you out.